guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, how's everybody doing? If you like my videos, please press the like button. If you like them also, please do subscribe. Right, I'm just going to turn the light on. I've got two lights in my living room. It's a bit dark at the moment. Hi guys. Didn't sleep very well last night. It felt very, very hot. I don't know whether that is because we have had a thunderstorm this morning. Early this morning, around 7 o'clock, a thunderstorm with great flashes of lightning coming through the window and a really loud thunder up from above. Is God angry? Well, one wonders the state the world's in. But it was really loud and the flashes of lightning were really bright, and I'm on the first floor. God knows what it sounds at the top of a block of flats. And I'm on my own. Max couldn't care less. He was curled up because he's been brought up that way. He really doesn't fuss and bother about anything. He doesn't. He was just curled up next to me. I had my back. I was lying down to it because the bright flashes of lightning wouldn't have made me feel very well. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:23 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Sunday the 23rd of October.
And there we ask it. But Alexa, what's the weather like?
Right now in Rochester, it's 14 degrees Celsius with thunderstorms. Today's forecast has some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 12 degrees.
So there we are, she said it, thunderstorms. It's raining, not as bad as it was. And at this precise moment in time, my mum has started ringing me. Jennifer has started ringing me, my mother. I'm not going up to my mum's today, Sunday, because 2 Sundays ago, it was hard to get a taxi home. They only had 2 drivers. I have got a taxi driver's number that if I can't get a taxi that takes the dog, I can call, but he doesn't work Sundays. So I'm not going up to see my mother today. I do listen to her messages. It feels like Bridget Jones' diary, you have no calls, just from your mother. Do you know, I had 36 messages on my phone, all from my mum. 36 from my mother Jennifer. It does feel like Bridget Jones's diary. No boyfriend, just 36 calls from your mum. I was getting some really interesting messages. That hello beautiful started again. Hello beautiful. And I've got a face, that's been around the world and back. I got bashed and crushed and battered, and it's an interesting face, I think, but I wouldn't say I'm beautiful. So first thing in the morning, trying to rile you up, do you know it's raining out there? Who's ever called me hello beautiful? Do you think I'm going to go shopping and up and down the road in the pissing rain and thunderstorms? I mean, really? So we've had that started again. Hello beautiful, which sounds Australian to me. It does. Because when I go through an Australian documentary, they're all going, hello beautiful, hello beautiful. I just get, it's done to wind you up. I don't know why. I really don't. I'm 54 years old and apparently I'm old and past it, so I couldn't be bloody bothered anyway. I had the mail yesterday, and the royal males, the males in the royal family are getting old. I mean, you can ask Alexa. Alexa, how old's Prince Edward?
Prince Edward is 58 years old.
So Prince Edward is older than me, he's 58. Alexa, how old's Prince Andrew?
Prince Andrew is 62 years old.
So Prince Andrew is near enough the same age of how old Princess Diana would have been, And Alexa, Harold's Prince Charles. King Charles, sorry. Alexa, Harold is King Charles.
King Charles III is 73 years old.
Yeah, he's
He was born on the 14th of November 1948.
Yeah, he is 74 years old this year, King Charles. Camilla Parker Bowles is older than King Charles and would have been older than Princess Diana. And Alexa, how old is Prince William?
Prince William is 40 years old.
So Prince William is 40. I mean, so I get this through my letterbox. Royal Mail. Know where your old stamps are. Use them up by 31st of January 2023. We're adding barcodes to our regular stamps after 31st of January 2023. Regular stamps without a barcode will no longer be valid. You can either use up these stamps before this deadline or swap them for the new barcoded ones. So that's what I got in my mailbox yesterday. Right, you're old. Great when you're feeling down. You're old. Right, bang in the middle of it. And also, the electoral registration officer, Medway Council, sent me my electoral form. Right, so they want to know who's living in this flat. So, and you must do it immediately. Like I'm a 2-year-old child, you've got to do this immediately. I should get on and do that. What if you haven't got a phone or a computer? Post it. Yeah, what if you're disabled and you can't get outside? I mean, so you've got to do that immediately, so I'll do it in my own time. Thank you. So, I live by myself, right? I'm quite happy to live by myself. The only person that's living in the Medway area that's related to me is my mum. And I get 3 or 4 calls a day from my mother telling me she loves me, telling me she really does like me coming up to see her, and it's not in a sarcastic voice. That's all I get. And she is my mum. My father, Derek, passed away last year in August 2021. So it's nice, my mum telling me she loves me 3 or 4 times a day, but don't you think I'm old enough to find someone else, if I wanted to settle down with? You know, instead of keep going up to my mum and having, about 31 calls a week from my mother. 31 phone calls in 1 week from your mother. And we're not talking about my son, because I've got 2 sons, haven't I? They're 25 and they're 26. We're not talking about my sons getting calls from me. We're talking about me, 54-year-old Crystal, who is a woman, getting 31 phone calls from her mother a week. Right? It's all very nice, it's all very lovely, but I need to grow. I need other company than my bloody mother. I love my mum, don't get me wrong. She says she cares. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. And my son's looking forward to seeing me next week as well. Next week, both my mum and my son are looking forward to seeing me. By the way, my son's not around anymore. He's not around anymore. He's moved. So he's not here. So I haven't got my son living in the area now. So it's just me and my mother, right? So there's no no son here, living here to help me anymore. I'm by myself. Which all the rumours about someone being so mentally unwell, they can't look after themselves, they can't, they need a cleaner, and I've got nobody to help me at all now, which is absolutely wonderful. So all these crap rumours and things like, oh, Crystal can't look after herself, Crystal can't clean her flat, and then there's no one here to help me. So that's absolutely crap and ridiculous. And as for anything else, I'm completely ignoring it and them, because that's what I do now. Whenever there's a nuisance, I ignore it. They don't exist. So how you doing, Mr. Invisible, Mr. Nobody? Trying to wreck my life. How are you this weekend? See you later. Right, so I'm going to make my cup of coffee. I managed to drag myself up to the co-op, and there was a black dog chained outside the co-op yesterday afternoon. A black dog, but at least it wasn't inside the co-op. It was chained outside when I was feeling a bit shitty, forcing myself to go to the co-op because that baked potato was rotten inside. So I went out by myself, and I've got no kids, and my hair is grey, it's not black. I went out to the co-op. And I'm loving this weather. I love the rain, and I just wish it would actually get a tiny bit cooler because it's been close. That's why we've had thunderstorms. The weather's been quite hot and warm, and I've been struggling to sleep in bed at night with the heat. Guys, do have a happy Sunday. It will be the third or fourth day I have not spoken to a soul. I was supposed to see my son yesterday, but he didn't come to see me. So, yeah. And my mum hasn't got a son. Dylan died when he was 2 months old. So my mum's got a daughter. She's not got a son, and she's not got a grandson. She's got a daughter, and I'm Crystal, or Genestra as she likes to say it. But Dylan died 2 months old. And she hasn't got a grandson, she's got a granddaughter. Charlotte's daughter. Well, she has got grandsons, they're my sons. My sons are her grandsons, obviously, but she doesn't see my sons. She saw my son Andrew when he took me to Capstone Park, and we sat there for an hour with my mother. But when that taxi driver said when I got out the car, your grandson, I'm her daughter. And everyone knows my face. Even if you cut someone's hair completely off and they're bald, you can tell who they are by their nose, eyes and mouth. So don't start that malarkey. Gonna have a cup of coffee, guys. See you later.